Welcome back, everybody, to this beautiful episode of It's All Related. And this is not Sonia Choquette. This is Sonia Tully standing in for my mom, our mom, who is teaching this weekend. And guess who's back?
Hello.
Guess who's back?
And maybe for some new listeners that I've been gone for so long, they're like, who's back? She was never here. We don't know who you're talking about. Who is this person that you speak of?
Who is this
other person that you're talking to? It's me, Sabrina. The other one back from maternity leave at last.
This is my baby sister who I love so much. The one who is the mom to my favorite people on planet Earth, my best friend, Sabrina. Sabrina is, we also have, if we're getting mom's thing. This week, I'm in New Orleans. Sabrina.
I know. You got to rank it. I'm in London.
Every week. Yeah.
Well, God, honestly, though, I mean,
I
went to bed the other night with mom in the house and I woke up and mom was in Paris. Like, that's how fast she moves.
She is.
She's
a
woman on the move. She's a woman on the move. I'm like, are you still in my house? She's like, no, I'm at the bakery in Paris. I'm like, okay, wow, it's 7 a.m.
Am I favorite? I know. And then she's like, I gotta get grounded. I have to get grounded. You're like, well, yes. All right, speed racer.
She is on a mission.
But yeah. She's the best. And speaking of that mission, she's actually teaching a workshop this weekend in Paris. So it's such a treat to have just Sabrina and I here on the podcast. And this week we were just talking about what we were going to talk about.
Exactly.
And, as we've been even just discussing in the past few episodes, and even now, eclipse season is just wrapped up. That coinciding with fall.
Took us because all these eclipses were in Virgo, and I'm a big, big Virgo, and so is my husband. So we're a house of Virgos, getting our took us handed to us with these eclipses. It was a big eclipse season.
Oh, for sure. For sure. I felt that too. I felt, just in the sense of even as simple as for myself of the, eclipse in Virgo of not only up-leveling my own identity, but really letting go of trying to continue to heal my inner perfectionist, my inner, very critical. So I was just on a big walkabout in Europe, time with you, time with mom, such a big treat. Get back in the saddle. And I'm going to write a newsletter that I'm supposed to send out today. Super excited. I sit down and I just couldn't write a dang thing. It was hours hating it. And I'm like trying to do this, opening this whole 9 yards. Finally, I realized that I was so tightly squeezed that I had a kink in my neck from just holding all of the tension. So I was like, all right, spirit squeeze out of my body. I'm going to just take a breath, center into the old heart space. And I asked for help. I'm like, help me. And clear as day yesterday, I just got the hit, go make soup. Make soup. And it's 9:30 in the morning.
Soup
and with somebody at
9 a.m. But knowing you were like, that sounds like a good idea.
Oh,
what
100%. Well, I had also had the push and pull. It was a roasted broccoli potato soup. Delicious. Really good soup. But for me, I have terrible ADD. So I know in my own brain, I'm like, oh, Tully, are you about to go just do a walkabout and go do everything but what you're supposed to do? Check the vibe. No. It was.
You got a clear hit from your guides and your angels who were trying to help you. That soup was a good idea.
Soup was a great idea. So, all right. And go make soup. I'm grumbling. I hate the soup. I open the fridge. I don't even have that many. I have a lot of broccoli.
Okay.
I have a lot of broccoli. All right. I don't have a lot of other things, but we just start freestyling. I'm making this soup. I'm having a good time. I'm roasting broccoli. And then I'm thinking about how happy my body is going to be eating this soup. It's nourishing. There's bone broth in the freezer.
Yeah.
just home grounding. Then I'm starting to think about how excited I am to share this soup. I'm going to share it with my neighbors. I'm going to give it out. Maybe I'll make some bread. Da, 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 da. And then I was like, got done making the soup. And then I was like, oh, I need to apply the same thing to my newsletter. It's so much more fun if I can write from a place of like, this is something that I'm sharing and into and like of being in love. That was such a different channel than my head. And my angels and guides came in via soup.
Love it. They were like, soup is the vehicle. Just like the newsletter is the vehicle. It's a vehicle. It's a vehicle for your love. And you're going to put
toot, toot, beep,
your
beep.
love into this vehicle, and it's going to go drive around the world.
Drive around that world. Drive around my digestion.
I definitely think that this eclipse season was so spicy because it sort of was like another way I was saying it was like shadow season. It felt like shadow season. And that really is what an eclipse is. It's a shadow. It's one planet casting a shadow on another planet. So it doesn't illuminate. So it was really like all the shadow parts were up and walking around and having a time, you know? And for me, I really was noticing my little shadow parts getting activated. And I mean, I was having some rogue thoughts, this shadow. Like, honest to God, I was walking down the street last week and I just had this thought pop across my screen like, am I a bad person? And I thought, who the hell is that? Who's talking right now? It nearly just stopped me in my track. Said, whose voice is that? Because that is not the voice of my spirit. And that is not, but I was like, oh, that's the shadow. That's the part of me that doesn't normally get any attention. She's so anxious and self-critical. She's getting activated right now. So it was like really up in my face all week of just critical, more self-critical, harder on myself about weird things. I was really like, why am I being so hard? Like I bought groceries on, we have something in London called Deliveroo, which is like delivery groceries. And I was like exhausted and both babies were sick with a cold. And I was like, oh, I'm just going to Deliveroo the groceries instead of going to the store and buying them. And then the grocery...
Also, Deliveroo is amazing because you can get anything.
London is like
that's one. You can get anything.
You can Deliveroo
at any time of the day
to your house. I mean, you can Deliveroo
I would
pair of underwear if you need it. I mean, you can get anything. They have a real upcharge on it though that I have figured out. There's an upcharge. There's a surcharge, premium on it. But anyway, so I'm like, okay, I'm going to do the delivery groceries. I'm going to Deliveroo the groceries to myself. And then my grocery showed up and the bag of spinach I bought was like all wilted. And then I started to get really hard on myself about like, why didn't you go to the store and like buy the groceries in person? Like this was wasteful. You're being wasteful. Blah, blah, blah. And then I stopped and I was like, whoa. Wait a minute. This shadow voice has so many opinions about me. I didn't do anything wrong here, voice. Like I really had to kind of stop, slow down, look at myself in the mirror, walk this back. You're really coming in hot here with some of these
for sure
strong opinions about how buying the spinach via Deliveroo was so irresponsible of me and I should know better.
It was.
You should know better than to buy spinach online.
How dare you? People don't know how to pick produce.
And so then I was like, okay, I really have to stop and examine this voice of inner critic because it was so, I think it's obvious for all of us. We all have shadow voices that kind of hang out and are under the surface and are there all the time. But what was interesting about this eclipse season to me is they got the megaphone
turned up to 11
during eclipse season. They were really loud. And so normally I'm just walking along in my life and I'm not really paying attention to them. But this time I really heard like you're a bad person. And I was like, wait a minute. I have to address this. Who is that? What are you? Speak from the shadow.
Excuse me.
What are you saying?
Speak, shadow.
And then, of course, it was like the voice, when I really inquired, the voice was just like anxious, fearful. That was what was underneath the "you're a bad person" comment that I was getting from the sideline.
It wasn't a bad person.
No, it was like, it was more like the voice was worried I might be a bad person. Like the voice was trying to say, don't be a bad person. Never be a bad person. So you really need to worry about something that you don't actually need to worry about. That when I actually inquired on the street, I was like, what is happening here?
Yeah, totally.
With this voice.
Inquired on the street.
Because
I love that.
this is so wild and so out of left field. Clear, but this was the effect of the eclipse on me. I really had to discern what were real, what was real, and what were just basement babies on megaphones.
Pay attention to me.
Voices from the deep.
Well, I mean, one of the ways that it gets your, but one of the ways it does get your attention is by being really loud and really critical. And I love that you said just as like when you investigate, and how I always think about that is like when I really get away from my first reaction and my own basement baby shadow voice, fearful, whatever side, and like connect to that part from my spirit and like listen under the noise. I'm like, oh, like you're trying to be helpful. Mm-hmm. You're trying to help me, and you're using like really bad language and you're being really awful, but you're inherently not bad. So it's like just even having that conversation, that question, I know for myself always leaves more space. An energetic space. I feel like one of the big things that I think that came for me, even outside of the shadow, that was a different perspective for me is the place of the expectations that I hold for myself that I can unconsciously assume or want other people to have that same bar. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, like I mean, it can be as simple as like, I'll give you a simple one from even my day to day. How to load the dishwasher or how to put
Is Lane in
things
trouble
away
for
in
not
the
loading the
fridge.
Dishwasher appropriately? He just has a different
thing, but that's my
dishwasher
stuff.
Standards.
Yeah.
Dishwasher organizational
like,
system. Yeah.
100%. Sometimes I'm like, what is this? What is this mess? This is a mess. It's a dang mess.
But I know what you mean. It's like sometimes we have to be aware of our own, what we ascribe to the dishwasher. Like, what does the dishwasher mean?
Word.
What is it? What is it? What is the dishwasher? What's the word I want to use here? It's like, what's the dishwasher trying to tell
symbolize?
You? Yes. What's it symbolizing?
Well, I see for myself what my way of caring is for people and my way of being loving. So it's not even to say about the dishwasher or, you know, let's say it's the dishwasher, but if the shoe's on the other foot for me and taking that in, it's around being loving, caring, and attentive.
Yes.
I hear what you're saying. It matters to me. That's important. This is important. I'm going to try. I'm going to try. I'm not going to be 100. I'm going to try.
So when there's... Yeah, I understand what you're saying here because I absolutely have this as well. Must be in the family. Yeah. I think because too, as intuitive people, I also have the capacity to interpret what other people need before they know they need it. So like, let's say I'm in a situation and somebody's a little bit frazzled. But let's look at that mom as an example. Mom comes home from Paris. She's feeling a little bit untethered. I almost said untethered. I don't know what untethered is.
I don't know what it means.
Untethered. And it'll be like, okay, I'm going to make dinner. We're going to like get cozy. We're going to, I'm going to make sure that everything is kind of clean and organized in a way that I'm going to look after her and kind of anticipate her needs even before she knows she needs them. And I think that as intuitive people, I think this is very common, that we do this, that we can sort of recognize what other people need. So sometimes when people aren't doing something to my standard of the way that I need them, I can interpret it as like, you're not being as loving somehow. Like it can get a little bit, my wires get crossed internally.
Hello, my sweet friends. It's Sonia Tully. And here's one thing I know for sure. Your head and your heart are meant to be the best of friends. And when you live life inside out, your head and heart are one. Being an intuitive, connected soul is all about remembering who you are and uncovering your gems. It is my mission to help you trust your intuition so that you can plug back in and reconnect to your authentic self. If you're ready to move into ownership of your intuitive gifts and get out of your own way, my intuitive mentoring programs are healing, fun, and expansive. Get clear on your real goals. Stop people pleasing. Gain confidence in your intuition, quiet your anxiety, and reconnect to your creativity and power. I know life is messy. It's messy for me, but in the mess is where we find the magic and where we're meant to dive in and find our treasures. Being spiritually connected and divinely guided is the best way to deeply love ourselves and move in the world with confidence and ease. There is nothing I love more than helping people live spontaneously and awaken their inner guide. I can't wait to help you come home. Visit my website, soniatully.com, to learn more. And while you're there, download my free guided meditation and workbook so you can harness the power of your intuition and learn about the ways I can work with you so that you'll dance through life with clarity and confidence. Yeah. Well, my basement baby can take that as an interpretation of like, I know best and this is the way. So even there, like, as you're saying, because, we talk a lot about the difference between in our work, period, boundaries, energetic boundaries, all of it. And I think what you're speaking to as well isn't around like being overly attuned. It's being aware. It's like, oh, knowing mom that's so loving to come back and have the house grounded and have like a meal and have all these different things as opposed to just when you're overly in somebody else's energy.
Yeah, it's almost like a dial that you can turn the dial up or down. And like,
of awareness.
The awareness dial. And like on one end of the spectrum is like, I'm tuned out. I'm doing my own thing. I'm not affected by you at all. I'm just going to do me and it works for you or it doesn't. I don't care. That's like one end of the spectrum. The other end of the spectrum is like, literally every breath you take, I need to know about. And I have to be completely looking after you. And we don't want to be in either.
Or this one. You okay?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
You all right?
Are you okay?
You okay?
Are you okay?
I feel your energy is off even before you might know your energy is off kind of energy, Like that's the other side of the spectrum.
So that's like getting your body,
then it's like, oh no, we got to come back from that. That's like you living in someone else's energetic field. So there seems to be like a middle route here, like a middle ground of awareness, of being conscious and being loving, but also staying in your own body and staying grounded.
For sure. And so for me, part of my shadow thing is how much my pet or my basement baby says it's like, it's my way or you're not doing it. And that can put blinders on to different ways that people show up to be loving or caring. And it's just critical. It's like, oh, you didn't step up, whatever, fill in the dangling blank. I find for me that too perpetuates like those narratives of like Pete's favorite ones, like I'm all alone and nobody cares and da 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 da, or I can't get any help.
Should we tell all our new listeners who Pete is?
Oh, Pete. Pete is my best friend. No. In our world, we call our ego intellect your barking dog. And your dog is here to be in service to your spirit. It's supposed to help you. But if the dog is driving the bus, if it's the one that's in charge, it gets really loud, really critical, thinks in black and white, all or nothing. and loves to believe it's right. So one of the ways that has been so powerful in our family, take it away.
So we
Pete.
name our barking dog. So Sonia's dog's name is Pete, golden doodle named Pete, and I have a poodle named Peony. And Peony is
that's the name of my spirit. I love it.
I love that
I love that.
Yeah, no, Peony is.
I love that Peony, my spirit's name, is your barking dog's name. They besties. She says, you know what? I like your mom. I like your mom. She got a good name. He says, me and you, we are so different after all. You know what Peony says? My copycat through your own shit. No, that's Pete. That's Pete. That's Peony.
Pete. That's Pete's
That's
voice.
Pete.
That's not Peony.
No, it's not Peony at all. See? Faker. He trying to fake you out.
No, my spirit's definitely Peony. She's because peonies are the queens of all the roads.
I know. That's why I was like, your pet's name is Peony?
My pet's name is Peony because she thinks she's the queen. Have you met? Have you not met
Have
her?
I met her? Have I met her? Are you kidding me? I'm your sister.
I mean, does it not suit and fit her personality that she's like, I am the queen?
Off with your
she
head.
has no patience. So yeah.
No.
But anyway, we do invite
and Pete
all
is,
of
do you like me? Do you like me? You don't like me. I'm going away. I'm hiding. Don't talk to me. Oh, no, it's fine. That's Pete. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. No, it's fine.
And Peony is like, how dare you? How dare you?
Yeah. Pete's like, I expected this from you. I knew it.
So that's what we name we name this part of ourselves lovingly. We make friends with Pete, with Peony, so that we.
I love it. I love it. You had a reinvention while you were away. A whole new.
Really,
talking about the shift.
My dog's been named.
We'll have to go to the archives. Peony forever. Maybe that's me. I wasn't paying attention.
You weren't paying attention.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm giving you the side eye.
I'm like, I think if we roll back the tapes on this one. Peony has been let's
roll back the tape.
Let's just put it this way. Have you mentioned your spirit's name to me recently? No.
Where you been on the pod? Raising 2 babies.
No.
But yeah, but you can notice, like, even here, just as we're talking and for yourself, when you name your pet and really give it a personality and bring humor and like compassion and can see that part of yourself, not through the lens of like, ugh, like, God, if you just would heal or not be this, and just have loving compassion, just awareness of that energy and how it presents. Like, you know, your spirit immediately comes in. It breaks up that really dense frequency. And I always know when I'm like, ugh, that's Pete. Pete is driving the bus right now. Pete is driving around. Pete is speed. Pete is not going to get off the wheel, but at least that awareness can give me more space, more compassion, and also sometimes a warning to those in and around me. I'm like, Pete's in charge. He's not getting off. So back off.
I think that with the shadow stuff that was coming up around the eclipse, it's like, if you can make peace and make friends with these parts of you and have humor, it's so much easier to navigate. Because they're not, I mean, right now when I open the news, I slam my phone down. Like I am so, it's so intense.
No. You know what I just downloaded, which I will encourage, and I told our listeners about this last week, this app called One Sec. And you connect it to like whatever apps you want. And it gives you like 1 second. It's like, take a breath. Do you want to open Instagram? Do you want to open TikTok? Do you want to open the news? Okay. That has just helped me give me a second before unconsciously like diving into this wormhole where I'm like, am I available at this moment to like be on in the world in this way.
Our shadows and everybody's shadows are up right now. It's a shadow dance right now on planet Earth. I mean, everybody to some extent with these eclipses is having their stuff come up, stuff need to be cleared. It's been confrontational. I think that's the word.
Yeah, to put it lightly.
It's been internally confrontational. It's been externally confrontational. I mean, it's been navigating intensity and being really aware and super conscious of our own energies and our own needs, because things are a bit like walking on a waterbed right now. Everything is not that grounded. Everything is a bit intense. And I do have optimism. I do have a lot of optimism
for sure.
that like life and the planet and humans, we are evolving. And even if there is like some very vocal, very negative voices right now on planet Earth, the majority outweighs the minority of the vocal negative. I'm just choosing firmly to believe that and firmly to walk in that faith.
Yeah, I'm with you. And I find that the news is really important. How you consume it is also important because it gets into your parasympathetic nervous system. And I recognize that when I am like just out in the world, there are so many people who, it's like Mr. Rogers said, it's like, look out for the helpers. There are so many of them. And when I get out of the like macro of everything that is so much that leaves me feeling so out of control and depressed and just stuck in one way or another, because I can't fix the huge. And then I go to the micro. I see how much people, how wonderful they are and how much of this human spirit is resilient and kind and connected. And that really is also hope. Oh my gosh. For example, if I say it the other week, my friend Nahaya had her birthday. It was so cute. I'm walking in the French Quarter and there was this young man dancing on Canal, which is like a busy street, as Michael Jackson. Okay. He is probably like 19, 20. Cute, young 20s. He got the whole Michael outfit. He's doing Thriller. He's doing the whole thing. He runs to his little car in the back. You know what he puts on? A wolf mask, whips around, doing the Michael Jackson dance. I am there. I have my kazoo. I am tooting him. I am sending him a Venmo request. I send him the Venmo. I tip him. And I just
loved his spirit.
It. I just loved it. I loved his spirit. He messaged me on Instagram. He's so cute. And I just feel like if I pay attention, there's so much wonder in the world.
It's like,
I think of too, you kiddos.
I was Sorry. Just gonna say, having two small kids.
I was just going to say, it's what I watch.
Having two small kids is a constant reminder of goodness and sweetness in the world. It is just pure. They're just pure love and sweetness and goodness. And it's funny because I'm so tired all the time at this period of my life because it's so exhausting having two small children and I'm so sleep deprived that sometimes I have to just, like yesterday, I was so tired and I just wanted to collapse and like go to bed. But I was like, okay, we got 45 minutes left before bedtime. Like I gotta rally. I gotta bring my mommy A game to this last little bit.
You're such a good
mommy. Sufi gets out the musical instruments and she passes them out to me, her dad, and baby Ara. And we all were playing in the family band together, but it really was just her band and we were the backup. She was the lead singer. For sure. Yeah. And we were there to encourage and not make too much noise. I learned there was a certain volume that was welcome at the show.
Director.
And I was just like, what I love about her at this age at 4, she is just peak 4-year-old embodiment of herself. She has there's no part of her that feels she is too much. You know, she's
not.
Truly, I see this so much. I had this conversation often with my clients this week, how many times that we're really kind of told you're too much. It's too much. Turn yourself down, turn your light down. Don't be too bright. Don't make too much noise. Don't have too much attention. And I'm just watching this 4-year-old who is doing a full, because it's Let It Go. That's the song right now that we're singing in the house is Let It Go. And so it's full throated Let It Go happening with all the instruments. And she's just
so good.
And then it was so cute. And I said, oh, Sufi, can I record this? And she said, no, you cannot.
Good for you.
And then she looked at me and she said,
Live only.
I get to decide when I'm recorded. And I said, okay.
Hey, amen.
I said, you are right about
sister.
that. That is true. I said, that's why I asked your permission. And she said, good.
Yeah.
She was like, but I just love the bigness of her spirit. Like she's not afraid to be big. And that's the other thing I think about shadow season is that a lot of us, I mean, a human race and women especially, we're really encouraged. Don't be too big. Don't make anybody uncomfortable. Be big. Even I was having a lovely lunch today with a friend of mine. I met her through my daughter's nursery school. She's just this beautiful, brilliant, bright, like genius level intelligent woman. And she's currently between jobs. She left her old job and took like a 6-month sabbatical, basically just to like focus on herself. She's actually working with mom, which I love. Mom's coaching her.
Love it.
One-on-one. And so she's really just like growing and evolving. And our conversation was that she realized that as she was going to interview, and these are like big, she's a very high powered, brilliant scientist, finance minded. She's just genius. Harvard doctor, educated. Like the woman just nails it. It's just nailing it.
It's like just being in and around her, having any topic conversation you like.
But what she was telling me,
I want to hang out with her.
And what I adore her. But what was so interesting to me that she said this today was that she's interviewing right now because now it's her 6 months sabbatical's coming to an end and she's ready to go back to work and started interviewing. And she said so often she could have the feeling that she would go in to these jobs and being interviewed. And basically the energy that she was getting is like, be big, but don't be too big. Because if you're too big, then you're threatening me. You're threatening my position.
Right.
And we were just talking about that, the energy of that, like how you feel that in the room sometimes and how you kind of, and she said that everything in her now is just like allergic to that. Turn your volume down. And she was interviewing, it's like some very big companies for very big roles.
I'm like, drop the names. No, I'm joking.
Honestly, they're like the kind of companies that are not on our radar. So they're like companies that are like running things that I'm like, they're so not on our radar. We're so not in that world. She was like telling me, she was like, oh yeah, you know this company? I'm like, never heard of it. She's like, only the number
they're
one
like laser company.
Manufacturing of the chips that create all the I'm like, never heard of them. Never crossed my path before. Never heard that one. You know, I'm like
really?
$100 billion company? I've never heard of it. It never crossed my...
Nope. Too late to buy stock.
But anyway, she was telling me like she's allergic now to walking into a room and feeling the feeling of like, turn your light down. And I think that also is eclipse season, you know? Like the eclipse says, the shadow might say, oh, it's not safe. Don't be too big. Don't make too much noise. But we are coming out of that period of time. It is time to make noise and be big. And I said, and
make some noise.
Very 90s jam. Dun, 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 dun,
yeah. Sorry. Anyway, keep going. I'm having fun. Go.
It is.
Hold on.
Turn up the volume time. Be Sufi with the family band time.
I adore her so much. I adore both of them so much. But the other week, he sent me a video of Sufi. I think she'd come back from like a birthday party or something, and she had full face paint of like butterfly face paint and this such a cute dress. And she is giving the performance of a lifetime. It was like Broadway, the Let It Go. Yeah. She's given singing. She does a pivot, but then runs out. They have these beautiful French doors that lead out into this garden. And then she just pops out and finishes on that note. It's just like, but it's such a beautiful testament to your parenting and such a wonderful thing to watch as an aunt and as an adult, to just see genuine, like, you know, it's like, I know how we were raised, but to see it like in real time, and just to really see, and improved, because we all improve and grow, but just to see how bright, because I've also hung out with some of Sufi's other nursery friends in passing, because, you know, I've got birthday parties or whatever the times that I've been there. And it is interesting to see, you know, you come in with your own spirit, but just different kids who are affected so much by the container. Like, I remember just one kid at a birthday party. It was just so, I was like, you flat. You a little flat. You a little flat. Like, you a little flat. Like, where you sparkle? And then I met the parents, and then I was like, oh, the parents are a little flat. Yeah. Like, everybody a little flat. Like you know, like,
you don't come in like that necessarily, but you do pick up on the energy. You got to get with the program pretty early in life. It's right. Really funny though, because there's this little boy that was at Sufi's nursery, and the only way I can describe this little boy, his name was Rafi, and Rafi was like a reincarnated 1950s politician. He would wear 2-piece suits, little tie, put a little tie on. And he would, this was like his choice. This is how he wanted to dress. And like little loafers. Yeah. And he talking to everybody, making friends. And it was really funny because I at Sufi's nursery graduation, Rafi comes out and he says, "Sufi, you look beautiful," to her. And I was like, oh my God, this little boy is so cute. And then I said to his parents, I said, my God, this little boy's spirit is so big. He is telling everybody, talking to everybody, making friends. And I said to his parents, you know, you've got like a really special little unicorn person here. And they said, and these are two like very, very lovely, very nice, but very repressed British people. And they're like, we don't know where he gets it from. Like, we are so not like him. He is this. We don't want to talk to anybody. The mom was like, I don't want to talk to anybody. I literally don't even want to talk to my own husband. And my son is coming in like the mayor of Notting Hill.
Glad-handed.
Just coming in so hot. And I'm like, that is so true. We do come in. And you know, it's interesting. I do think for a lot of our listeners, like getting back in touch with those parts of you, the most pure, without influence, just your pure, true nature elements of you is like the most healing work you can ever do.
Oh yeah. 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 I have really been on that journey for myself over the past 2 years. And I also feel like how directly, like, I feel like your inner child and your spirit are like the best of friends.
Yes.
When you can like reparent your inner child and she's not driving the bus and she's not like afraid for her life, or it feels like she needs to be in charge, we like reparent, but then connected to your spirit, they're like, let's go. I feel that's one of the reasons my mom is so magic.
Mom's
like
inner
her
child
inner child and her
so
spirit
big.
are just so
Mom's
huge.
inner child
watch
massive.
out.
Like, massive. Her and the girls, they just go hard. I mean, play. She can play for hours.
The imagination.
Mom can
hours,
play for
hours. Imagination
happy,
for hours.
On the floor, eye to eye, living her best life with her grandchildren, like just playing. And it's really amazing to see because it's just like pure spirit, pure imagination, pure fun. And I really do see so much of these qualities that like when you take them back, I love that. Like even you on our Good Vibes tribe, on our membership, Sonia and I are both hosting every month our own talk, basically, where we talk with our tribe.
Yeah.
And please, if you are interested in the Good Vibes tribe, it's fantastic. Like it's such a fabulous community.
Mom's new membership site. So
it's just amazing. We're on Circle. We get to see each other. We get to talk. We get to connect. It's really just like such a fabulous platform. I'm really loving the new platform.
Mom's on like every day.
Every day.
And it's so fun. Yeah. And it's so fun. I can go on, talk to people, comments. Hey, I need this, support with this. It's wonderful. I'm like, forget social media. Get on Circle. What other exciting things are going on? I know one thing, Mom's birthday's coming up, and
we have a really exciting
doing real special
birthday celebration. Mom's doing a 90-minute live download transmission. Meet your guide, connect with your guide. We're calling it Speed Dial Your Guides. You get a special for you guide PDF with your guide's personal blueprint. So this is like incredible. Honestly, the feedback that we're getting about this is like everybody loves it so much. It's all about your guide, how they talk to you, how they connect with you, what their signature is, their name. So we're doing this on Mom's birthday as a special birthday celebration. She actually had a little arrival from Louise Hay. Louise showed up and said, from the other side, we need to elevate some vibrations on the planet. Let's do a birthday download because Mom and Louise share a birthday. Yeah. So we're going to be doing that. We've got all the information in the show notes. We're super excited. Registration opens next week. So that would be now. You can sign up now. And we'd love to have you.
So absolutely come, sign up. It's live. It'll be so much. It'll be 6 p.m. UK,
it's live
12
with a
p.m.
48-hour window of replay. So if you can't make the live as well, you can still watch it.
Yeah, come through. We cannot wait to have you. And plus, it's like the most fun to connect with people.
Tell us about your exciting stuff, Sonia. I know you've got some openings.
Well, yeah, I am booking out. I have a few spots for fall mentoring, and so if you're interested in working one-on-one and doing a deep dive, you can click and book a discovery call. Link is in the show notes. And as always, I'm a reading. You can do an intuitive reading. So that's what last and as always, we've got our question of the week. And if you want to write us, we love to hear from you. You can write us at It's All Related Podcast Questions at gmail.com. And question of the week is from our beautiful listener, Joanna. Joanna says, I started listening to your podcast and I love your vibes. Oh, we love you, Joanna.
Too, even though you don't know me yet, probably. I love you.
You absolutely do. There's archives. Part of the fam.
I am on the picture.
You are. I mean, hello. There are 3 of us. We just started my spiritual journey and I've been drawn to and interested in, but too embarrassed to say anything. I'm in my 40s and I'm finally feeling ready to dive in properly. I've been reading Ask Your Guides, started doing some meditation to connect with my guides and angels, incorporated some of Kyle Gray's prayers. And when I started meditating last night, my spirit guides and angels came to me as birds. Initially, my barking dog tried to say, don't be silly, but I really felt it. The birds are mostly crows and rooks and some eagles, and it felt so comforting just to know I'm not afraid. I live in England and Ireland. They're seen as an omen, but I feed them regularly and love watching them. I was driving home from the school run this morning and I put on my favorite playlist and started thinking about the birds of my meditation and tried not to question it. The next song that came on was The Birds. I think my guides are trying to tell me something.
Yeah, you think? I love that.
I have some bird guides and hopefully the crow doesn't symbolize anything negative. I know they're often associated with witchcraft.
Crows are wonderful.
Joanna. So first and foremost, Joanna, we are cheering.
We are pro-crow.
Pro-crow. We are pro-crow in our family,
110%. Yeah. They also have something here in England that they are very suspicious of, which I think is very funny. They're called magpies. And they're these little birds. They hop around. They're black and white. Sometimes I think they have a little bit of blue in them. And they're very, I think like this crow thing, they can be very superstitious of crows and magpies. So I think that she mentioned she's from the UK. So I think she probably might have a little bit of hangover, a little bit of suspicious hangover that has nothing to do with you or crows or magpies. Sometimes the most clear animals like black cats get bad rep because they were associated with the divine feminine. So a lot of the time,
also reminds me of.
Tell me.
Really quick. You know what? Back in the day, why black cats were associated, I believe, with the divine feminine, and also first came from the brewers. So way back in medieval times, there were all of these male brewers.
What's a brewer?
And then the females, people who made beer and mead.
Male brewers. So men who made beer.
Yeah. Men who made beer. Women brewers would bring cats to make sure that there were not mice in and around their area to keep clean. So guess who started
that rumor?
Some rumors.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I'm telling you.
The rumors.
I bet that's where the crow and the magpie thing comes into. It was always... It was always just some dude.
Patriarchy.
Some dude with a bad attitude. Jealous of what their good idea was, who had to. So I would say absolutely your crows, your eagles, your owls that can go 360 with their heads, that, which is crazy if you think about it. They can go all the way around.
Amazing.
They can
wonder what their spine is like.
Spin all the way around that head, These are seeing animals.
Yeah.
Absolutely embrace your beautiful spirit. Mom often writes in her books about how birds will fly through windows and smack her in the head to get her attention. Spirit is often, even like the Holy Spirit, is often depicted as a bird.
You pulled the words right out of my mouth. I mean, birds are so holy. And just for you, Joanna, as you're saying, like in connecting, you can just see that you've always were not only drawn, but your clarity.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like, it might be, like I'm new and all of it, but it's like maybe your brain, the intellect is learning something, but your spirit has always been clear and you've been diving in, and look at how supported you are. And just, it's like, I always find with this of having to just pay attention. It's like, I hope it's not negative X, Y, or Z. Pause and just, as you're talking about it, with the brewers, with the cats.
Where did it even come from?
Where does that come from?
Where did that
exactly?
Who told you black cats were bad?
Who told you birds were bad?
Yeah.
And then check in with your own spirit, because other ways we give away our power to other people.
100%.
Who then are the ones that dictate like what our relationship was, instead of this resonates for me. I feel it. It's tingly.
But you know what? I do have beef with fox. There's a fox that lives in my garden, and I'm not into him.
Well, the fox pooped on your furniture.
He poops on my furniture, and he gives side eye when he walks away. I'm like, I see you. So look, you can have beef with one specific bird. Okay. If you have beef with one specific bird, like I have beef with this fox, it's fine.
Specific.
You got to have a specific bird, but we can't just decide that all these lovely animals are a problem, because they're not. And I'm sure there'd be a fox I would be into. This fox, no, we have beef. I don't like him.
It's personal.
It's a personal problem with him specifically. But I think you can absolutely make peace and celebrate your connections. And I love that they all showed up happy on their feet, singing and flapping for you.
And I love it. Even just as you're saying, I mean, this is such a beautiful mirroring, Joanna, of just how our spirit guides talk to us in so many little itty bitty ways. So don't let the intellect play. Feel it out. We are cheering you on. We're so happy to have you, and would love to, come join the live. We'd love to see you there.
Definitely.
Well, I feel like that's it. That's what we got for this week. If you want to write us, again, It's All Related podcast questions. Come join us on Circle. Check out Mom on Instagram. Or me. And also, if you like the show, don't forget to
rate, subscribe.
That's
review.
the best way that you can help to support us.
Yes.
We love you so much. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Bye.